great rivalries, but this has always been fierce, and both of these teams know if they survive and advance from here, a host of opportunities lie ahead. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see, the number 20 team in the country, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. And he'll just take the knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Ole Miss offense will have the ball first. Last time these two clashed in the Magnolia Bowl, it was the Bayou Bengals taking home a tight one.
And LSU took care of business, and they've done a lot of that in this series, but now Ole Miss has an opportunity to get some of that taste back, right? The rivalry game always matters. It always brings out emotions, Palmer. They'll get a chance to get a little payback.
Well, LSU's coaching staff always stresses that you've got to be able to make plays late, because we expect this rivalry game against Ole Miss always to go down to the wire. They did it last time out. Can you do it again?
How nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Off the play fake. Finds his tight end. At the 40, there he goes. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again.
Big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
They'll leave it with the lone back. Turning it on. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Rebels moving quickly to the line.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Quick release on the RPO. Running like he wants that football as he gets to the 37. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Finds a man on the right. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Boy, they love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Touchdown, Rebels! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the field 75 yards and put 6 on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
And the point after is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So LSU's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
He has the first and still on his feet. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. And the Tigers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. From the gun, he leaves it with To throw, it's Marshall. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about.
Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. The Tigers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get...
He's going for the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, LSU! Looking for the tie with the extra point.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Use the play fake. Now to throw. That's caught. It's Otis. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. And the Rebels will hustle to the line.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
They'll run play action. He's got him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Fires to the right. Finds his man open. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. The Rebels are moving quickly down the field.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want...
Touchdown, Ole Miss! The offense cashing it in on that drive. How about the renaissance of the tight ends? Inline, flexed out, split out. They can do a little bit of everything.
They really can, and they're asked to block a lot of the times, too. But I tell you what, all the wide receivers out wide, the fancy toys, the fancy spread. Don't forget about that tight end. He does a little bit of everything, and then you reward the big fella throwing the ball, and he catches, so he really can do a little bit of everything in an offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer. Big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. That's reeled in. It's Weaver. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Quick release by the QB. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen it.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
On third down, he drops to throw. Gets it to the back. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up fourth down. The Rebels will send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they got him down at the 23. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think that...
There he goes! He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one. You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Dropping back, it's Marshall. Works the middle of the field. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Pressure coming. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. And he'll go out of bounds, and he will be short of the first down. Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
Guys, you just say Magnolia Bowl, and it sounds elegant and pristine and reserved.
And Ole Miss and LSU, anything but. Charges of clock malfeasance, downright cheating back in the old days just to get a leg up in this rivalry game.
It feels like they've been playing this game since the Louisiana Purchase and Napoleonic Law. They've been playing it forever down south in an area of the country where sometimes it just feels like it matters more. I can't wait to see what happens today.
And I love what Reese says. Like, cheating, yeah. If you're not cheating, you're not trying. And both these schools, obviously, so closely connected. Games are usually really, really good. A ton of talent on the field. Big bragging rights on the line.
Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. To the air, it's Marshall. Quick strike complete. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. From the gun, running back on the move. Turning it on! And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. To the air on first down. Fires to the tight end. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Trying play action. Finds the tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Give to the running back. Makes it past the marker. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the... at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
And unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy, Reese, on the other side when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200 yards in the SEC championship game. And that's what you see LSU. That's what I've always thought of watching them growing up. And you watch the way they run their offense. Usually, it starts with the physicality and the grit.
LSU now operating in the red zone. Leaves it with the running back. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The Tigers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Back to throw, it's Marshall. Looking to the big tight end. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Those are those opportunities in the game. You got a chance to take points off the board, make a big play, and you just couldn't squeeze the interception. That's one of those plays coaches
hauls it in for first down and more. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Touchdown LSU! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. The extra point here would tie the game. You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
And that's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown. Oh, Methuselah.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Rebels racing to the line in the hurry up.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Going to let it fly. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. Wants to bring it back. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Looking to throw, it's Marshall. Right on the money. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Handoff to the single running back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
He's got it. First down and more. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Nice execution by the offense on third down, understanding what they had to do to get the first down, pass complete, move the sticks, new set of downs.
Unleashes one. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put taking it the other way. Oh, he got loose. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. And the Rebels just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Wants to go up top on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They're dealing with a second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Rebels in the hurry-up.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Behind the chains now on second and long.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
The play action fake. Oh, they're after him. Breaks into the open. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10.
And he's just kind of proven that he's difficult to defend. When I'm playing defense, and we've seen him have success throwing the ball through the air, but now, nice job dropping back, trying to force the ball down the field, but does a really smart thing. Just kind of tucks it, takes off, and gets the first down. This guy's showing you a little bit of everything today.
Swings it out to his running back. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete on third down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
And it slips just inside that right upright. And they go back on top. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Touchdown, Rebels! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Looking for a man. It's Marshall. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Got room on the return. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Ole Miss. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here this Week 11 performance. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. after giving up that score. Now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
This quarterback is really struggling in this game with decisions and also accuracy. He's already being picked off multiple times, and that time, that was a bad underthrow. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. They've been steamrolled so far in this first half, David, but maybe a little positive momentum to take to the locker room.
And I like you got the first down of the drive. So maybe you can build on this now. I would play with some tempo, obviously getting closer to halftime here. Maybe create some momentum, get a score here, and cut into this lead.
Just missed on the connection, incomplete. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Off the play fake on 1st down. Lets it fly. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. 4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Off play action. Throws to the wide out. He's got an open man. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Grabbed behind the line, it's Devlin. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. The quick out. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. The Rebels will have it 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. They'll immediately call timeout. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Here's the pressure. He caught it. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Marshall. It's complete to the right. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, we could be shaping.
And the Rebels will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. On the move from inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the 3rd. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Gets it out fast. Still on his feet at the 45. Oh, he's got some space. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. LSU looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Going for 6. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Handoff to the lone back. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field.
Here we go, here we go.
Using the quick game. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. The Rebels headed quickly to the line.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
On the sweet spin, and he's free. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
And he's been the go-to guy all year long. Like, he's in the top 5 in all of college football in receiving yards for a reason. They're going to find him because he's always open, making plays. This dude has been unbelievable. He's being mentioned in the Heisman conversation. That is really hard to do as a wide receiver, so that shows you what kind of special year this young man's having.
Pulls it and fires to the left. Open space at the 25. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Rebels! Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. There he goes. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Offensive line, give me a crack.
Well, they blocked the extra point. Still on his feet, and remember, he can return it. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board.
41, LSU 27.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Gives it on the option. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. And the Rebels can really attack on this 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. Got his man down the middle. They'll bring him down, but not before he put people in the spin cycle.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
Now the play fake. Soft spot in the middle. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. The Rebels want to crank the tempo.
And I tell you what, all this spread offense, man, it's really accentuated receivers in so many different shapes and sizes. But this guy, they're going to find him. They're going to find him early. They're going to find him often. He's made so many plays throughout the season and really been the feature of this offense. And this dude has worked his way. He might get a trip to New York as a wide receiver. That is not normal, and neither is this dude.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. And the Rebels come to the line trying to convert on fourth down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. You just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake. Punch it out of the air. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Otis. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. And throws off the RPO. Turning it on. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. DB's right up on the receivers. They'll run it on first and goal. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Caught over the middle. It's Weaver.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Fires to the big fella. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Pulls it in. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Grabs it in the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
It's a really nice play there. The thing about this guy, he forces the defense to have to stay disciplined. you just can't take a play on. He reminds me of an old LSU quarterback that I used to play against, Hurt Tyler. He was a guy that could hurt you throwing the ball, but he was also shifty and he could extend plays. We had a great defense in Florida, full of NFL dudes, but he just never let you feel comfortable because of his athleticism and his dynamic ability. This guy has a little bit of that too.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Trying to get it in. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This guy is officially a problem. His 2nd receiving touchdown in the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
Ole Miss 48, LSU.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Their lead down to 2 touchdowns as they go back to work on this drive. They'll leave it with him. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. The Rebels want to pick up the tempo.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
On the option. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it.
And this QB is dialed in. You've already seen the passing ability to make plays down the field. But how about this? Running the... And he's having a day.
And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
You know, they say sometimes for quarterbacks the hardest throws to make are when the guy's wide open. How do you miss that throw if you're the QB? Just put air on it. You could underthrow it by 10 yards. That receiver would have come back and fielded a punt.
They'll run play action. Complete in the middle. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Well, if you're going to be in the Heisman picture, you got to make plays week in, week out at receiver, and that's what he does. He's a good route runner. He's reliable, and he's got speed to take it to the house. Top 5 in the nation right now in receiving yards.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Devlin. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. One final play before the end of the quarter. The pull and throw off the RPO. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Rebels! He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he finds no running room at all, and the 3rd quarter is over. Maybe more open spaces coming in the 4th. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Back to pass. Makes the catch. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in, and let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got a man. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field, that's time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Looking downfield on first down. With the catch, it's Weaver. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Wants to go up top. Grab near the marker. It's Humphries. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Good timing on the quick out. He goes out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He'll do it himself. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play. Discipline, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Reads it, fires complete.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
They'll try the run. Breaks into the open. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? You've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The Rebels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. From the gun to give, looking for room. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. He can't quite get there on the scramble. Dangerous with his feet, but this defense rises to the occasion and forces a fourth down. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. No good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a three-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys. He'll pull it on the read. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line. After a good pickup on the run, it's second down. Oh, he wants it all. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. From the gun on third down. He'll take another shot here. Pulls it in on the left. And that tackle almost certainly saved the touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got the tight end. Makes the grab over the defense, and they are threatening now down at the 15.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these first downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. And the Tigers had tough field position to start this drive, but they... And you race it to the house. Touchdown, LSU!
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. Just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
He makes his way in for the 2, and now they trail by only 6. They put together an 81-yard drive. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put something on the board here. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
Ooh, you're living dangerously now. You've got the lead late in the game. Don't do anything to turn it over, and they almost did throwing it there. If I'm the head coach now, I'm thinking, man, let's just run the ball.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's got it at the 20. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. The give, and tick, 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 tick. Headed to the end zone, and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ole Miss! That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. And the extra point makes this a 13-point game here in the 4th.
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Get it out on the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on 1st down. The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
I think at this time, you just have to throw caution to the wind. You're down by a lot. You're deep in your own end late, so you're just going to be throwing it. The defense knows it. They're pinning their ears back. You're going to have to get rid of it early. Someone is going to have to step up and make a play, and that's going to have to happen a couple of different times if you're going to win this game.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
Obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Zings it complete to the right. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the big fella. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Unleashes one deep. Oh, he had it, and he dropped it. Almost one of those big plays he's known for. It'll be third down.
And that is a play you've got to make as the defender. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got a chance to secure the win with the interception, and you put it on the ground. Missed opportunity.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water at this juncture. They know the offense is going to throw it, and that's why you see these D linemen and linebackers, man, they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback, and to hit that time, help force the incompletion.
Throws for the tight end. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming.
Ole Miss gets the daily double. They win the Magnolia Bowl and beat LSU, and it's all.